Welcome to the garden. It is June 16th, 2022, 17 days since the last video, and look at how it's changed. Let's just go through and see some highlights. The Guilan is growing back after I cut it down quite a bit. We had this in one stir fry already. It tastes like broccoli. It's delicious. Oh my goodness, one of the most exciting things. Look at this tiny pumpkin. I'm so excited. But you can't contain the excitement. So yeah, this is a tiny decorative pumpkin. This is probably about as big as it's gonna get. You can see the lines already starting to go. And there's a couple others on the other tiny pumpkin plant. You can see it in there. I'm so excited. I'm gonna have so many tiny pumpkins. This beds have gone crazy. You can see the beans are really starting to climb up, and the squash are going. Hey, Gino. There, kiddo. The corn has gotten so much taller. The acorn squash are climbing. These beans over here are really starting to get tall. We just harvested one zucchini and grilled it up for dinner tonight. I don't really see any other zucchini growing yet, but soon. The amber cup squash over here are also getting really tall. This one already has 2 fruits growing. Now these are supposed to get huge. They're like, you know, giant pumpkin sized winter squash. So we'll see how those go. I'm gonna have to build a little hammock for them, however they go. But these corns are all getting taller. These ones over here are shorter, in part because they're a smaller popcorn variety, and in part because there's less sun in this corner, I imagine. The beans are all growing. Look at how tall those beans are already getting. If we come over here, I just noticed today that I have some baby turnips. Gonna get turnips soon. We ripped out all the buckthorn and everything on my neighbor's side of the fence over here with their permission. So there's should be more sun here, so these guys can grow some better. This beds back here are also doing fabulous. I've already harvested 5 other cucumbers, and there's at least like another 6 or something on here. So crazy, so many cucumbers already. And then there's some beans I planted on the other side. They're starting to climb. Oh yeah, these beans over here are really going. Very happy cucumber plants. This is my pumpkin over here. Haven't seen any fruit on this guy yet, but that's okay. This is my amber cup squash, and this watermelon is finally getting bigger. We'll see if that goes anywhere. The herb bed is thriving. Look at all these herbs getting taller, starting to go wild. The auroch is getting taller. I'm excited to try that at some point this summer. The tomatoes are all getting taller. We have fruit babies set on the cherry tomato plants already. This is so far a massive success. I did not expect this to work, putting squash in these 5-gallon buckets, but this is a pumpkin. I have never ever had a pumpkin this early. I mean, this is only my 2nd year growing pumpkins, but they really love this spot. It's one of the sunniest spots of the garden, so I imagine that's part of why they love it. And the amber cup squash already has another fruit over here. The tiny pumpkin other plant is going that way, going great. The bush beans are really pushing out. They also have the starting of flower buds, so hopefully I'll have these beans pods starting to grow here in a few weeks. These tomatoes are so these are my cherry tomatoes over here that are super tall, my sun sugars and sun golds. The basil is starting to look really healthy. It looked really unhealthy when I put it in, so I'm glad that started to bounce back. There are so many peppers growing. I mean, just look at them all. So many peppers. You can just try to spot all of the dozens and dozens of peppers in here. So exciting. Keenan says hello. Yes, hello. The fennel is maybe gonna bulb up and give me bulb fennel. I hope it does. This is only my second year trying to grow fennel. The dill is going crazy. My cabbages are huge. The broccoli is going great. Just starting to get tiny heads on these cabbages. You can maybe you can kind of see in there. Starting to get tiny heads. Very exciting. This is all the buckthorn and crab we tore out of the neighbor's property. And then down here, last but not least, we have the 2 watermelon plants, one of which hasn't gotten that much bigger, but this one's starting to ramble, so maybe that will go somewhere. And then all the garlic has garlic scapes. Going to be harvesting the garlic scapes this weekend, and the basil probably, and starting to make pesto, some other things like that. So there we go. That's the update. So many baby things growing. So exciting.